What up, Troop? Yes, sir.
Oh
Man.
man, Tuesday.
Oh, beautiful week 11, bro.
Yeah, it's getting
Well,
down to it.
almost beautiful, man. Almost, bro. I literally had a clean sweep in my hand. Your boy would have gone 13-0 this week. And one play. You know what it was?
What?
That damn Kittle touchdown. The second one, not even the first one. The first one, I was like, all right, good. That Kittle touchdown, the last one, sunk me in one league by 6, sunk me in another league by 9. I had 13-0, and I had Rondale Moore, and he first play of the game, -6 yards, knocked out for the rest of the game. And had he just had played his regular game, I still would have won. But he got knocked out, and that's how football is. We can't control that part. And I sure wish that was one of them leagues where if you get a player injured in the first quarter, you can sub him out. But neither one of them was like that. And I had more in like 5 leagues, but I only needed those 2. And damn, Kittle. And I knew it against Arizona's soft interior defense. I knew it, man. I was already nervous. But other than that, 11-2.
Well, bro, I had the worst fantasy week of my season.
What?
Yeah, I got swept every league. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But yeah.
For real?
Yes, sir. I lost in all five leagues.
Who let you down the most?
It wasn't. It was
just too many people, or somebody else just had a bomb.
Yeah.
You played against Kelsey or Kittle.
Yes, I played the same I played the same person in like 3 leagues, and he had all the same. He had a lot of the same people. He had everybody that was going on.
He got a scoreboard on you then.
Yeah, but I'm still good though. Just trying to get to the playoffs. That's all I got to do.
Hey, that's all it's about right now.
Yeah,
that's all it's about getting to the playoffs and navigating from there. That's all it's about.
Yeah, my standing is still pretty good in most of the leagues. So all but one. So I should be in the playoffs in pretty much all those leagues anyway. We'll see. As long as I don't lose, I don't go through this again.
Man, I know injuries, man. Woo, injuries galore this week. Injuries galore. Go ahead. So
let's start with that. Let's start with injuries.
Man, I'll just run through a couple of them. I mean, I'll just run through the names, or if you want to just stop me, start off with Mr. Fields. They not even addressing whether he's gonna be back this season or not. Like what? Like, can we get some level of commitment? I mean, I don't have him anywhere, but I still like the fantasy story. I know you got him. Mixon, concussion. I have him. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Okay, he's out maybe 4 weeks with an ankle injury, and I know thinking like, so what? But nah, it actually elevates the other losers. Not losers. And I'm sorry, I won't say losers. It elevates Pacheco significantly, and even McKinnon. And then Rondale Moore, like I said, injured on the first play. We don't know the status of that. Darrell Henderson, that's the one I was saying. He injured his knee, and you're thinking like, so what? But it elevates those other losers. So Cam Akers and Kay Williams, Will's probably up on that one. And the thing with Moore, it's right in time. Well, it's in line with Marquise Brown returning next week, so we'll see what that does. Leonard Fournette, he's hopeful to return. Justin Jefferson has turf toe. We'll see. Wan'Dale Robinson, man, season RIP. He's off for the season. Jalen Warner from Pittsburgh, he got banged up. Melvin Gordon got hurt, and then he got dropped. They punted him right out of Denver, bro. He is gone. And I don't see anybody. Now, you know what? There's always somebody thirsty enough. Always somebody thirsty enough. Even though ain't nobody picked up Antonio Brown yet. But somebody's always thirsty enough for him. Mike Williams was left early with an ankle injury. Kadarius Toney, ankle injury. Kyle Pitts out on IR. So, you know, that's actually a good thing. Because owners don't have to be like, dang, do I play him? Do I not? What do I do? Well, that's good. Let me see a couple more. Kyler Murray, he may not play till after the bye. And so that kind of, that kind of solidifies that. So you know what you're going to do in that situation. And then you got people like the Arizona's O-line beat up. The Giants O-line is -3 people. Staley from Baltimore, left tackle, he's out. So that changes the whole run game and it changes your perspective on Lamar Jackson. So, man, a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
One big improvement, and it just makes for an interesting waiver on the week where there are no buys. So, as I say, this is that no excuse week, bro. No excuse. I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. It's
on. This week, you just got popped.
Yeah, this is it. This is the run to the playoff. It's time to start running down. I mean that happened to me. I had a lot of, at least in one league, I had a lot of people on bye last week.
Oh, yeah, it was a heavy week. You got Seattle with Walker and DK, and the Bucks with Godwin, and I mean the Jags with ETN, and so it was a good week to have an excuse, or a valid reason, I should say. But yeah.
But yeah, that was bad. No, that was
not this gobble week though. This gobble week, nah.
Who's playing Thursday? Let's see.
Well, I know Buffalo's playing because Josh Allen let me down a little bit. I mean, I still got the dubs, but had he did a little bit more, it wouldn't have mattered with the whole Kittle fiasco. Wouldn't have mattered if I could have got more out of him. Who is? Well, I think Chicago. Is it Chicago and the Jets? No, they not on Thursday. It's Buffalo. We know the Cowboys are playing. The Lions.
Yeah, we got Bills and the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Giants and the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots and Vikings. That's Thursday. That's the Thursday line.
Yeah, I don't know where that Patriots Vikings game came from. But please tell me that. Oh, that's not even the early game. That's later on.
Yeah, that's the evening.
That's the second one, or that's the last one?
That's the third one. That's at 8:20.
I'll be eating dinner at that time. I have no interest in the Vikings Patriots game. But yeah, so
I got a little stock in the Patriots defense.
I just have them in one of my public leagues. So Ramondre Stevenson, yeah, and then got Dalvin Cook, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Mr. Kirk sacked me 7 times, Cousins. So oh no, I'm at the put car in the game.
Yeah, I still got to go through. I still have to go through and see who picking up. I had these injuries. I got to make a few pickups.
Yeah. Hey, these waivers is on fire though, bro. These waivers this week, man. They got a list. A list.
So who?
At the tight end.
Who's the biggest? Yeah. Well, P. Ryan. He's gonna be
okay. Now here's the thing. Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing about somebody P. Ryan. I wouldn't waste like a number 1, 2, 3, 4 waiver spot to pick him up. Unless you got Joe Burrow. I mean, not Joe Burrow. Unless you got Joe Mixon, because it's only going to be for 1 week, so you can throw it in there and you're going to have him and he's going to ball out this week. But you may have missed out on somebody like, I don't know, Latavius Murray, running back for the rest of the season. Um,
Yeah.
you might miss out on some other on somebody else. So he is a nice solid selection. But again, at the same time, you don't know. You don't know how long it's going to be, and yeah. So I
I
don't know.
mean, if
Yeah,
you have an extra spot, and you're not really not worried about, you might want to do it.
yeah.
Just
Well,
in
but here's the
case.
thing.
I mean,
It's
just for
only
people who don't really have backs, I'm thinking.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. Well, if you don't have backs, then yeah, you need them for this week. But if you have the chance to pick up somebody else, I don't know. Um, because Latavius Murray, I'm saying with the release, they drop kick Melvin Gordon right out the city, and on top of that, Chase Edmonds is out for at least the next 4 to 6 weeks. So,
Most
granted,
people, you think Latavius Murray is still on the waiver? Let's see.
oh yeah, yeah. I checked. He's only 48% owned. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's over 2 platforms. But yeah, he's I mean, granted, it's a trash offense, but I mean, but look at Dameon Pierce. I mean, this past week, don't look at that one, but typically look at Dameon Pierce. He's on a trash offense, but he's still a top 12 running back. So yeah, Latavius Murray can still get you with the volume button. Not only him, but I hate to say this, but Cam Akers from the Rams might be a thing. If we're talking about Latavius Murray, Cam Akers, this is why I say that. He had the bulk of the carries outside of Darrell Henderson. Oh, Darrell Henderson. He's at the same party that Melvin Gordon is on because Darrell Henderson got booted out of LA today. So that back room got a little bit more clarity with Cam Akers as the lead and K Will coming in as well. So
yeah,
you have that. James Cook went 11 for 86. Buffalo is leaning on the young gun a little bit more. What was expected. Then you still got Isaiah Pacheco. Now, more so in a standard league, not really PPR league, but Isaiah Pacheco, he is the man in Kansas City on at least the running downs, and then you got the other handcuffs like Isaiah Spiller. He's good to have on the bench as well. So so I'm kind of excited for most of those guys options.
No, I mean it's some good options. I mean, some of these moves are going to make or break the playoffs.
Man,
and it's probably this week. This might be the make or break week.
I'm telling you, this is that no excuse week. No excuse,
sir.
But hey, running backs was nice, but the wide receiver waivers look nice, and like tight ends not so much. Defenses, pick your poison, bro. Pick your poison, and I'll save the kickers until Mojo get here. But yeah.
I need to stream a couple defenses this week.
Oh yeah, this is the week. What are there any backs that you looking at or anything tickling your fancy?
I mean, I guess the best. I have K Williams on most teams. I don't know what that's going to look like. I've had him on IR, but K Williams over LA.
Oh, I think it's somebody else afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, and then well, I mean, P Ryan, like you said, that's only a week option. But most of the leagues that I'm in, Latavius Murray's already picked up.
Oh, I did forget somebody, Richard White. I don't know if where he stands on percentages. I didn't check that one, but Richard White for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because although we say that Leonard Fournette is going to play and he's going to be back, it really hasn't had any definitiveness with him returning, and the young dude looked good, man. He looked nice.
Yeah, most of my leagues, those guys are gone. They were gone a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
You must be in the league with some gurus then.
Yeah, everybody in the leagues I'm in play. So
Right.
there's not really a whole lot of, unless somebody gets hurt and you high on the waiver. There's no picking people up. Now, one of my fab leagues, this depends on how much you want to, put up.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I guess we should be talking about percentages. Well, let's do this. If we can run through the other positions, and then I don't know if you want to pull up. Uh, I guess pull up our waivers, or if we have time, then you can kind of see the reality of where we at.
Yeah, well,
So you want to go into
let's do the Faces League.
you want to go through whiteouts first and finish out the positions, or
yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Yeah, because there's a few whiteouts. There's actually quite a few. I was surprised. I think my number one.
Let's see who's on our fake league. I'm gonna share.
Number one for me is either Birch. Well, I'll just go through my list. I got George Dirch with Rondell Moore's injury. He plays a slot. Darius Slayton in New York with Wan'Dale Robinson's injury. Josh Palmer. We're back, man. 106 plus 2 touchdown with the Mike Williams injury. And then, like I said, Trey Birch already. They needed him. He came back in a big way. DeMarcus Robinson. He's really the number one option. And we thought it was going to be Devin Duvernay, but nah. Then he got the Jags on deck. And I guess that's a byproduct of Bateman's injury. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 17.1, double digits in all weeks except for 5. And that one he had 9 something, so it's close to 10. And he is, just sitting there waiting for Mr. D. Watt to get back on the field. And he's been quietly putting up the wideout 2 numbers for the past month. Drake London should have more targets with the Pitts injury. A lot of these are injury based. And then Jameson Williams in Detroit, he's cleared. Sky Moore in Kansas City with the injuries to Hartman and to Juju. So yeah, those are some wideouts that you want to take a look at and see if they're on waivers. Slide them in your spot, or put them on the bench and see what transpires.
I'm trying to pull up this what we had.
Okay. Well, while you pulling it up, you mean just go through the other positions or hold up?
Give me 1 second. I gotta pull this up different.
That's fine, because I was getting to the tight ends, and that section is ugly. So, everything can't be pretty, boy. Everything can't be pretty. Everybody in the club don't get a dance. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's while you pull it up, yeah, it's interesting. These waivers and making sure that you are putting in, like you said, I'm in one league that has 5s. I really like fabs, because the one league we have where somebody is making moves every 20 seconds, and when you have fabs and you gotta put some money down, then yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Well, just looking at our Faces League, we got Alex Pierce, you got Dortch.
Yeah.
Josh Reynolds, Marquise Goodwin. Yeah, see, a lot of these guys.
But remember, that's the thing about this league is the bench is so deep. It's like, what, 11? It's a deep bench. So I think there's 11 on the bench. No, there's 9 on the bench. So even if you figure 10 on the bench times 12 people, that's 120. That's 120 people that's not going to be on waivers. So yeah, so those are options for people who have that. But yeah,
but not bad. We'll see. I'll see where I'm at on the waiver.
In one league, you're number 3. I think. I can't remember which one it is.
In Beast, I think.
Because in Faces, I think I'm like 10th.
Yeah, I'm like 9 in Faces.
Yeah, but I'm good because I don't really have any moves I need to make this week.
Where you want to go?
Does
You
it-
want to go? You want to go running backs now, or what?
Oh no, we did running backs. Oh, you mean as far as our leagues? Yeah. Since we did running back, this is a backpedal. I'll go back to the backs. See what you got. See what's popping on the waivers. Any magic can happen.
Yeah,
It's hard to be a waiver wire wizard if ain't nothing there.
exactly. I'm just looking at that league. I mean, that's a league where not everybody is majorly active, but it's about half. Half the league is really active, and half the league are kind of newer players. So it gives you kind of an idea. So we got what? I didn't know he was on the waiver.
Samaje Perine?
How did he get on the waiver? Perine is on the waiver. I'm not telling you.
Yeah, he belongs on the waiver. Well, you just said you was pulling it up. I was trying to go to something else. You said you pulling it up. But no, think about it. He should be on the waiver because he doesn't unless you're the Joe Mixon manager, there's really no reason to have Samaje Perine on your bench because he wasn't, he's not in the game like that. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'm already going through the waivers. I know who's there, who's not.
No, I thought. You know what? I dropped Cook.
Yeah, you dropped Jay Cook.
Yeah, I dropped Jay Cook. Was that in that?
I saw that.
Was that in there?
I think it was in places, but I know you dropped them like Sunday or recently.
Oh, yesterday. Wow. I didn't know I did that.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. But because I'm pretty good back wise, I'm not really worried too much about backs.
Oh, and faces. Oh no, that's the one where the trade deadline ended on November 16th. That was a Wednesday. That wasn't even a Saturday.
Yeah, that was Mojo's work.
Oh, he said that was Truth's work.
Whatever.
Both of y'all here at the same time.
he called me and was like, we should make the waivers at least 2-3 weeks, something like that. So whatever.
Yeah, because the one in Beast is not until November 29th.
Yeah, it's later, and that's why he's saying.
I need to make some moves because I need a back. I got all these whiteouts, but so anyway,
you need a back
for the backs.
I'm gonna make him an offer, Cameron. I'm gonna make him an offer.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let me see. Let's see what we got going. We might have to talk. Now, No, that's the league. I'm not doing well. I'm definitely not doing well in that league.
In Faces, yeah, you are.
No, in Beast.
Oh, in Beast. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got their win this week. Oh, man. Oh, maybe. Oh, is that why Mojo ain't here? Because I spanked him.
That's probably why he's not here.
Because I went boom shakalaka, dunked all on him. Where he at? Yeah, I'm about to call him into the show. Where is he? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he got nervous.
So we didn't have any major quarterback injuries. I mean, besides Justin Fields.
Well, okay, but let me go back. So as far as the quarterbacks, he was the only injury. Waiver wise, I still have my eyes on people like if you need somebody, Danny Dimes against Dallas. It could be a possible shootout, possibly. Trevor Lawrence versus Baltimore. He's had 29 points, recently, so he can get you to you. Jimmy G against the Saints. The Saints made Stafford look good. Not to mention Jimmy G put up 35 half PPR points last night.
Yeah, he looked good.
Man,
now the thing is all right. So looking at our league, I mean, your best streamer, you looking at Mac Jones, Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill's another one.
Tannehill's all right. I could stream Tannehill.
Oh,
Matt Ryan against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Not a bad one. Kenny Pickett still sitting there.
Oh, he gonna
What
get
he
plucked,
do?
I'm sure. I'm not gonna get him. I got Jalen Hurts and I got Jimmy G on my bench. But unless I find somebody that wants the services of Jimmy G,
Pickett had what 265 and a touchdown last
and,
week.
and yeah, he actually could have had another one, but Pickens didn't pull it in.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that one.
Yeah. Thing about the quarterback, but yeah.
All right. Now I definitely have to look at a tight end. Do you think Johnson is for real?
Who?
Juwan Johnson.
Oh, John.
I mean,
okay. The thing about Juwan Johnson is he's the only tight end in town. And Olave, I think what made him better this week was Olave and Landry have been able to spread the field. So now that they spreading the field more, then now that allows Hooper to have not Hooper, I keep saying Hooper. That allows him to have a lot more opportunities to get open. And so the two wideouts are taking their guys downfield. So yeah, you got to go with what's been going on. He's been putting it down. He has been scoring over the past. He's had 13 half PPR. He's had minimum 4 targets over the last 7 weeks, and so yeah. Since week 7, he's at least 4 every time. He's had at the minimum 12 points, and he's had touchdowns in the last 5 weeks. So,
yeah, I could rock with him. He was showing some signs last year, but it looks like he might be getting into his groove this year.
Yeah, and that Taysom Hill experience is one that you don't want to touch. They did give him a lot of run this week. They went with that hybrid, and because they said Jameis was going to be the backup, but he was hurt, and Jameis is like, I'm not hurt, and at some point they're gonna have to pull the red rifle back, but if you desperate for a Taysom Hill experience, and then you got what else? Hooper. I know Mojo asked me about him on Sunday, and I was like, but he has been scoring, and with Tannehill back, you can't, especially in certain packages, you try to stack the box with 8 because of the King Henry, and Hooper ends up opening the slot. Evan Ingram has the Raiders if he's coming up, and outside of this,
he's been consistent.
Very much so. I think he only had one bad week in the past. One out of the past 6 weeks was a bad single digit, but other than that, he'll get you what you need to get, especially out of a tight end. That's what a lot of people got to remember. People like Evan Ingram and Logan Thomas and Foster Moreau or Morrow, you got to keep in mind that it's the tight end position. So unless you got Kelsey or Andrews, or I guess Kittle now, I still can't believe he got 2 on me. But unless you got one of those 3 guys, of course Goddard is gone. You got to temper your expectations. You in the regular PPR league, you're just looking for, if you can get me 9 or 10 points, I'm happy. That's all I need. 10 points, 5 for 50, I'm good. 4 for 60, I'm good. And that's it. So can he get you that? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all you're looking for. Can get you a few, something. Hope he has a crazy game, but
and then they fall into the end zone. That's even more. That's just love on love.
As you hoping for that touchdown. 30 yards and a touchdown. I'm good.
That's all you need. Right? That's really all you need.
Yeah, like you said.
Okay, good looking out.
Yeah, like you said, without Kelsey or Andrews, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You get more than
All right, quietly as kept. I'm really liking. I picked up Hawkinson. I'm really liking him because, like I said, JJ has a turf toe. Adam Thielen ain't nobody feeling. Hawkinson has been consistent. He's been consistent, getting a 9 to 11 target. He's averaging 10 targets, and he just got there. Like his coffee is still warm. He just got there, and he's demanding targets. So that's what they've been missing.
Yeah, and I think he's going to continue that. I mean, Hawkinson was always like that next tier below, right below Kittle, Waller.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's go to this. Let's do defenses first.
Man, pick your poison.
There.
Pick your poison. Like what you want. What you want? I got Jets versus the Bears, and they may not have Fields, or okay, you can't get them. Don't worry. I got Miami versus Houston. Man, the Texans make everybody's defense look like the next coming to life. I mean, look at Washington last week. Oh, you can't get that? Don't trip. Yeah. I got Kansas City against the Rams. The Lambs ain't doing nothing. Matt Stafford got another concussion, so he's gonna be out. The Wolford, the backup, he out there on a third string without Cooper Kupp. He ain't doing nothing. I mean, it's scary when your number one option is Allen Robinson. Come on now. Come on. And but if you can't get them, okay, I got the Steelers against the Colts. The one-dimensional. The Steelers defense is looking good. Minkah Fitzpatrick is back in the mix. I don't know if you saw Mr. Watt swatting balls out the air. Pittsburgh defense is looking nice. Oh, you can't get them. That's okay, because on the other side of the field, you got the Colts defense against the Steelers. You got the rookie over there. He's not doing the greatest. His receivers are doing okay. And, the Colts defense is doing a little bit better. And, and I guess if none of that works out, there's always the Denver Broncos against the Panthers. Who is the quarterback? They say Sam Darnold is going to be there. What's that going to look like? Is it going to be enough time to acclimate the offense back again around him? So I don't mind playing anybody's defense against the Panthers. And then there's always the Buccaneers versus the Browns, because I know a lot of people may have dropped the Bucs defense to make room for the team. So that's why I said earlier, this week, I would not waste it. Like if you number one on waivers, I would not burn my waiver spot to pick up a defense. You cannot miss it. I mean, you can't miss. And again, there are other defenses that you can pick up, but those are the ones where that basically are not even rostered much. They're 50%. I'm sorry, they're 60%, 65% or less. And pick your poison, bro. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we don't know how we'll see how the games go. But I don't even think I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know. Like Vikings and Patriots. I mean, put the Vikings down. It's possible. I mean, Justin Jefferson's hurt, right? Is he playing this week?
Yeah. You know what they haven't said for sure yet? The recording that came out, they have until Wednesday. But they said it was mild turf toe. So I guess he might play. But I can see the Vikings defense, giving the Patriots some fits. I can see that happening. Is that game in Foxborough or Minneapolis? Because I could definitely see their defense. I mean, as long as they don't bring the same defense that they had in Dallas. I mean, we're not in Dallas, but they had against Dallas. That was, oh my God.
That was terrible. That was. They're playing in Minnesota.
Minnesota, right? Yeah, that was horrible, bro. Thank God they was at home. Thank God they didn't have to take no bus. Plane back to the crib. That was horrible. That was.
Well, they're playing the Patriots in Minnesota. I don't know where the Dallas game was.
No, I think it was in Minnesota also.
It was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was a road game for Dak Prescott. But yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be.
See. We'll see. And quietly as kept. Detroit has the Bills this week, so I don't suggest it this week. But Detroit Lions last week got me 38 points, bro. their defense against the Giants. They have been.
That's
they
against
have
the
improved.
Giants, though. You know?
Well, okay, but I was gonna say they have improved their run defense, and that was against Barkley.
Yeah, they did. They shut them
They
down.
shut them down, and so they did that, and so their defense, like I said, they got me, almost 40 points from the defense, and I only played them because I had to.
But that played up here in the Northeast last week. I will say the Giants threw a lot. They threw a lot in that game.
Oh yeah. Your boy
They
Robinson had 10.
Yeah, they normally do not throw that much. They didn't run Barkley the way they normally run them.
Oh, okay,
So
that makes sense. That makes sense. Because Barkley had 10. I think Slayton had 9 or 10. That's already almost 20 receptions. I'm not even talking about passing 10.
Yeah, so, Robinson was all over the place.
Man, he had 100 yards. Man, you sure hate to see him go down like that, though.
Yeah. See, I don't know if the Giants, they need to go back to they'll probably go back to Saquon.
They might be
if they want to win. If they want to win.
They might be putting everything up to get Odell back at this point.
Yeah.
Since it's down to the Cowboys and the Giants, so they might be because I know Dak Prescott reached out to Odell yesterday. And you already know Jerry Jeudy been talking about that star gonna look good on his helmet.
Yeah, I heard they were trying to pick him up. Well,
they press hard.
NFC East games are really normally a lot of defensive games. So we'll see. I don't know how many points will get put up in that game.
Yeah,
For some reason we tend to play each other very hard defensively. So.
Yep.
I really don't want anybody again, but I got a lot of Saquon Barkley, so I have to play him.
Ooh, yeah, he hasn't been doing that well, man. I don't know what they're doing over there. And then when you got Danny Dimes stealing your touchdowns and Matt Breida stealing your touchdowns, it ain't good, bro. It ain't good.
Well, that's what it's been. It's only been this week.
Yeah, I know.
He's been doing this thing other than last week.
The last 2 weeks. Last week.
Last 2 weeks.
I don't think he got off last week.
What to Saquon?
I don't remember talking about him. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I can't do anything with Saquon. No, he had 152 yards.
Oh, that was last week?
Against Houston.
Oh, against Houston. I think I skipped that because it was
that was the week before.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so all Saquon needs is one nice 60-yarder, and then he'll get a bunch of 5-10 yards, and he'll be over 100. I'm good.
Then cruise it out.
But I don't know. Cowboys D is they seeming for real sometimes.
Yeah. Minka Fitzpatrick. I mean, not Minka. Michael Parsons was nice. Man, that dude, he's in the amoeba. He be all over the place.
Yeah,
literally.
He hurt.
Line up as a DN, line up as a backer. Huh?
I was telling the guy I played, he was a Dallas fan, so he had what is his name? The
Jones Parsons. Michael Parsons.
Tony Pollard. I'm talking about defense. I'm talking about the run.
Michael Parsons.
The running back.
Tony Pollard.
Pollard. Oh, he hurt me.
Yeah.
He had him in every game. I'm like, really?
Oh yeah, everywhere I had Pollard in like 5 leagues, and I played him in all 5. And man, 54 in one league, 38 in another league, man.
Yeah, he hurt me. He hurt me bad.
That dude. And the cool part is Zeke still had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I think they're going to go with the 1-2 punch. I mean,
man,
it's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah. So
because Pollard had. I mean, when I was talking to Mojo on the phone, he calls me while the game is going on, and then Pollard catches like an 80-yard, 70-yard touchdown. I'm like, really, dude? Like,
right.
so, like, all right, whatever. I was done at that point.
Oh, I can imagine.
You know how you get when you just stop watching the game. I'm like,
Right.
like, I started putting up
like, anybody want to go to the park?
Yeah. I was putting up curtains. I'm like, no, let me put these curtains up that have been sitting here for I don't know how long that I was supposed to put up.
That's how I felt last night when Rondale Moore was out and Kittle hit that touchdown. I was like, I was going up against Kittle and D-Hop, and I had Rondale Moore, and I still should have won. And then I had Christian McCaffrey in another league, and that's when I was just like, all right, so what? So why clothes need to be folded? Dishes, like what need to be done? I'm over this game.
Yeah,
it messed up my perfect week. Man,
I was done.
I almost had that 13-0. I could taste it. But anyway, whew.
Oh, kickers. We didn't do kickers.
Okay,
got to do kickers.
We got some kickers. All right. Now you got Dicker the kicker in LA. You know, he's been putting it down. He's been making the field goals. He's averaging double digits and averaging at least two field goals. And with their offense getting back on track and getting the weapons back, it's looking good. Then you have Ryan Suckup with the Bucks against Cleveland. They're giving up an average of 10 and a half points to kickers. Joey Sly, he's somebody that I put Joey Sly and Sanders in the same matter of fact, Joey Sly, Sanders, and Matt Wright. Put them in the same ballpark. They're very consistent. The defense allows for the kickers to be able to get much more opportunities. And then the only thing is just paying attention to the weather. It's November, so you gotta pay attention to the weather. And this is when you like this week. I think my biggest play this week is Younghoe Koo. They're playing Chicago and they're playing in Atlanta in the Dome. So that's somebody you want. Mar for Dallas. Man, did you see what he did last week? Mar, man, he got off.
I told you this guy had Mar in each one of his leagues that I played him in. He had like
Mar too. That's right. Yeah, I know. I have him in one of our leagues. And he helped me.
Yeah, Dallas defense. I'm like, really? Like,
yeah, and Watson, but yeah. So those are the kickers. The main kickers that I would point out. Those are the main ones. And I guess if as far as I don't know, if this is the week for streaming, quarterback need help. I don't know. You got Derek Carr. They're trying to pick up Deshaun Watson if you don't have him. Tannehill, Jacoby Brissett. Who else? Brissett, and then Pickett and Taylor Heineke and Jimmy G. Those good streamers as far as the QB position. And it's going to be a good one. We don't have any buys. That's the one good thing.
This is the week. This week starts where championships are made. You get to this. Yeah. Long as I get to the playoffs, anything goes. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Matter of fact, last night I was looking at the playoff bracket as it is right now. I'd have a bye in one of our faces. I think I'd have a bye, and I intend on keeping my bye. So I'm all gas, no breaks. Because it's too many good players in that league, man.
Yeah, I know. You can't play around.
Especially with the scoring system for the quarterbacks and defenses. You can't afford to mess around.
Yeah, you want that bar. You want that
Can't
bar.
afford it. Yeah. So and then now, what one thing to be certain. Well, two things. One thing is looking ahead. Trying to beat the waiver, trying to beat the wire. Like I said, we don't have any buys this coming up week 12. Everybody got Thanksgiving week game, so that's good. But next week you have the Panthers and the Cardinals. So your D Hops you're not gonna have. If you depending on on James Conner, you're not gonna have him. And you're probably not depending on anybody on Carolina's offense, so you don't have to worry about that part. But let's just stick with Arizona. And then even after that, the last of our bye, we're almost at the end of the buys, man. Week 14 is Colts, Packers, Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons, Saints, and the Commanders. 6. You got 6 in week 14. So, if you need to look ahead, you need to start looking ahead. And it's a lot of running backs. And actually, I just thought about it. That's gonna be ugly. Week 14, running backs, Colts, next, Packers, Aaron Jones, next, Bears, David Montgomery without Khalil Herbert, next, Falcons, your guy, Mr. Kadero Patterson, next, Saints, Alvin Kamara, and then next, Commanders, Gibb and B. Rob. That's gonna be ugly.
Yeah,
that's the week before playoffs. Ooh.
Yeah, that I was looking at week 14. Week 14 is going to hurt some people.
Ooh.
And I have one league where I have a lot of week 14 bars. I forget which league it is. I don't
have any Aaron Jones. I do have commit. The only person I'm really relying on, I got Taylor in one league, and Kamara in one league, and then David Montgomery in one, and Robinson. But I'm not really concerned about Rob. So actually, I'm not gonna take a hit. But there are some teams that have Aaron Jones and Alvin Kamara as they running backs, or David Montgomery. Especially since Alvin Kamara dropped to the round 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at a league like our Faces League, those standards are so close.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's nobody has ran away with anything whatsoever.
No, so that's
nobody has been left behind either.
No, really nobody. Anybody can go on a run, and it can come down to that week 14 that'll really make the difference. So,
and that's where those points come in. Are you going to be real important? Because since a lot of the records are very close and similar, it's going to come down to how many points did you actually earn for that tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That's why it's very important to, try to, we all try to get the most points, but that's why I like aiming for the, not just for the floor, but aim for the ceiling as well. See, what are the high upsides?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes you want to play one person, but that upside will make the difference. And you just got to hope the game flow goes the way you want it to.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get disappointed that way, though. Seriously.
Yeah. Because Uma bust. Gabriel Davis, famous Uma bust. Terry McLaurin.
That can hurt you bad.
Yeah, strategy time. Positioning yourself, and also just making sure on Thursday, don't play anybody in your flex. Put them in their regular position in case you got to make a pivot, and know the rules of your league so that you can know who you need to pick up and who you need to drop. If you're in a league where if a player's team already played but you got them on the bench, then like in our league, you're not going to be able to drop them to do something. Yeah. So you pretty much have to have your roster set Wednesday or Thursday morning. Have to have all of your rosters set. I say Wednesday night. Tomorrow night. Have to have all your rosters set. and
After
then
the waivers go
the
through.
pivot. Yeah.
Yeah, waivers go through in the morning, and you got to pretty much set your lineup and let it rock.
That's funny,
Well,
because waivers go through tonight, but I know for y'all it's so late. It seems like it's tomorrow morning.
yeah, it's like 2 a.m. when it goes through.
Yeah, it's 11 out here.
Oh, so you get to see it.
Yeah, I be looking at that email like, okay, who dropped who got what? Oh, so and so dropped so and so. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
No,
Yeah,
with
man.
us, man, it's
A
2
lot
a.m.
more.
So the
Oh,
way
ain't nobody picked up this defense. Let me go.
I look at it as Wednesday because I'm not looking at it until I'm.
Oh no, it's still Tuesday night. Matter of fact, those waivers too before my other waivers.
I look at it in the morning or once I get to work.
Yeah.
Well, Guru.
Yes, sir. Another week, man.
Answers. I think I'm entitled.
Wonderful.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Answers. I think I'm entitled. You want answers. I want
Week 12. It's week 12, man.
That's right.
Man. You know what? The season is 2/3 over, man. I'm low-key sad, bro.
Yeah, it's almost done.
It's all coming to, man. We only got 1/3 of the season left.
Yeah.
6. Yeah, we only have 1/3. Yeah, it was week 12.
It's about to be it. So we just coming down to the wire.
Yeah. I guess I'll start getting my finger sized.
All right, buddy. We are on the way out.
So
Once again, we'll see Mojo next week. Face it
on Sunday.